Hi, and welcome to a reimagining of Bogawanthalawa's brand identity. I'm Shaveen Bandaranayaka. When we were approached and commissioned by Bogawanthalawa to reimagine the brand identity, there were two primary objectives that they wanted to achieve. One was the fact that they currently did not have a presence in relation to the brand identity that they had developed, and secondly, the fact that they wanted to now proceed outward and go towards an international market. Intrinsically, the tea Sri Lanka as well as brand nexus has been held for quite some time by a relative newcomer in comparison to Bogawanthalawa, which is Dilma. And when you ask a foreigner about Dilma, intrinsically they think of Sri Lanka and tea. Bogawanthalawa wanted to establish themselves in a similar or a better light themselves. Having said that, they provided us with the following brief. Established in 1869, Bogawanthalawa is perhaps one of the oldest brands of tea in Sri Lanka and even the world. BPL prides itself on having the finest blend of tea, with the intrinsic ability to trace back to a single estate, the direct estate model. The company mantra revolves around its four historic pillars: heritage, teas, people, and the planet. The discerning demographic, as they have identified, can be surmised as the high net worth global local who is 30 plus and is affluent and knows exactly what he or she wants. So then, we identified that the brand identity objectives are, firstly, establish the roots of Bogawanthalawa as being part of Sri Lanka. Secondly, to integrate the four pillars, namely the heritage, teas, people, and the planet. Communicate modernism blended with rich history, and finally to create enough versatility so that it can transcend into sub-brands that Bogawanthalawa will be reimagining later on in the future. As an agency or as a Marcom strategic company, we identify insights before proceeding into the big idea or the creative execution. As such, one key element seemed to come out quite predominantly, which is Sri Lanka. And we wanted to first capture visually the communication that we wanted to make through this premise. In relation to this, we took the four key colors that made up the Sri Lankan national flag, namely yellow, green, amber, and maroon. These four colors, apart from merely making up this magnificent design for our national flag, also enshrine several ideological as well as cultural significance. But the main premise that we wanted to communicate is that Bogawanthalawa is proudly rooted in Sri Lanka. Moreover, our motivation for developing the said identity revolved around finding this harmonious balance between the brand's Sri Lankan footprint and its four key values: heritage, people, teas, and the planet. Once we had this outline, the four pillars so to speak, we needed to associate the four colors that we identified with the Sri Lankan flag with these pillars. Therefore, we identified people with yellow, heritage with maroon, tea with green, and the planet with amber. Yellow signifies energy and warmth. Therefore, we thought of the people of the organization from the chairman level all the way to the tea plucker as being energetic and loving what they do. Heritage, similar to the flag itself, is represented by maroon. Tea, which was a no-brainer in itself, was green. And finally, the molten core of the planet, represented by amber. This led to our big idea, but we had one major concern. It is inadvisable to dilute a message into these four pillars. Therefore, we needed to identify what the root or the heart of the brand is, and then to justify and extend the remaining three pillars around it. And from everything that we identified, from the brief to the insights that we got, the heart of this brand is in fact the tea plucker or the people pillar of Bogawanthalawa. This would become our core or the heart. And the very image of the tea plucker is as iconic as this particular image, taken from a profile perspective. So from that point onwards, we decided to insignify that with this symbol, which identifies the people represented by the top half in yellow and the tea itself which she is plucking in green. Once we identified these two core principles and the core heart of it as the people, the remainder simply fell into place. This is the new Bogawanthalawa tea identity, the Ceylon way.